by far the best investment you can make is in yourself. I mean, for example, communication skills. I tell the students that come that they're going to graduate schools and business, and they're learning all these complicated formulas and all that. If they just learn to communicate better, and both in writing and in person, they increase their value at least 50%.
You probably have all the money you need to start saving. This may be ridiculous in an era of up-the-roof commodity prices and a lurking recession, but the game's rules stay the same. You can only reinforce them. These sentiments are thought-provoking and may make you start blaming your paycheck. But there may be other problems. Below are 8 money habits that keep you from saving in 2025. You're waiting for a considerable lump sum. During inflation, even the necessities could be more affordable. Sometimes having every price hiking can give you some fear. The fear that the price of your favorite bread or grocery might double in a week. So, you shy away from saving because you think, what's the point of keeping money away and then taking it out in a week? A recent survey published by CNBC shows that more than 50% of American workers live paycheck to paycheck. These findings show just how challenging it can be to save during inflation. Only some employers will agree to raise employees' salaries too. So you're left wishing for better financial days as you clear your monthly salary. However, according to billionaire investor Warren Buffett, inflation should not be an excuse for not saving. Instead, your spending habits should. For instance, what do you do with your change? After remaining with a few bucks that can't buy a significant item, we leave it in our wallet because it is too little for savings. With time, we use it for a snack or something we don't need. One of Buffett's most famous quotes has been, "Do not lose money." As one of his golden rules, this placed him on the right foot. His approach toward inflation and recession was always saving all the more. How was he able to pull through?
It's really who you associate with. You want to associate with people that are better than you are. I mean, basically, you'll go in the direction of the people that you associate with, and you want to have the right heroes. You want people, if you want to emulate somebody, you better pick very carefully who you want to emulate. And when obviously you can't pick your parents, they're going to have an enormous influence on you, but you don't get a choice on that. But you get choices as you go down the line.
I'll tell you straight up, it's all saving during a looming recession means living a hard life. Even so, Buffett began saving in times of inconvenience as young as 6. By age 11, the $155.3 billion worth investor had marshaled about $114.75. Young as he was, Buffett used his savings to buy 3 shares of Citi Service preferred stock. This was enough to set him up on the road to bigger and better investments in the future. Doesn't 6 sound too young? But that pulled him through multiple inflations and a recession. The art of starting small slowly transformed him into one of the greatest value investors of our time. So, start with $20, $50, or whatever you can. Don't let any month slide without saving. The little drops of money you keep saving could turn into a massive well and pull you out of adversity in the future. You think you can't start now. Do you feel overwhelmed by the thought of saving? You have little to live off, let alone save, right? If you're in such a situation, you may keep ranting about your current paycheck. However, your paycheck could be okay. Take a keener look at your financial plans. A sound financial plan doesn't have to be anything technical. Just make sure you plan for your money in a way that allows you to channel a good chunk to your savings account. That sometimes may deny you some luxury in the short run until you can afford it in the long run. On your next salary, calculate how much you can conveniently save every month, considering your income level, the size of your household, and your saving goals. For instance, if you live paycheck to paycheck, you may start saving at least 5% of your salary. As your situation improves, consider increasing the percentage. You also want to replace expensive items with affordable ones. Let's look at groceries, for instance. They chunk a huge amount of your paycheck, don't they? Research conducted by the American Marketing Society shows that about 30% of farm produce goes to waste because it lacks an aesthetic look. The study says that while the misshapen carrots, cucumbers, and strawberries taste the same and are as fresh as better-looking ones, consumers find them unattractive, so they end up rotting in fields. Your bet is as good as mine. The ugly crops go at a throwaway price and are sometimes free. Likewise, you can hop into the nearest bakery or eatery at closing hours for additions. The leftover food doesn't have to go to trash cans, so you realize that you can save a lot from your salary and still live a comfortable life. Remember to evaluate the need for a specific item before making a purchase. Whatever happens, never let a month slide without adding a few bucks to your savings account. You're not taking healthy financial risks. In times of financial adversity, such as during inflation, the chances of losing money increase dramatically. However, real-time investors see financial adversity as a good chance to make them richer. How so? They know where to put their money. While you are simply going slow on splurge items, investors are busy analyzing potential companies. Warren Buffett, one of the greatest investors of all time, has always followed a consistent approach toward investment. Inherently, we all have the ability to fall in love with a business that's currently booming. However, the multimillionaire investor has followed a contrarian philosophy throughout his decades-long investment success. The now 94-year-old encourages both newbies and savvy investors to be fearful when others are greedy and greedy when others are fearful. The latter part of the statement hints that the best time to invest is during challenging financial times when everyone is afraid of losing money. Makes sense now, huh? Now that you're walking against your fears, the next thing you want to do is know how to invest. For instance, Buffett discourages investing in a fair company with a wonderful price. Instead, he has always looked for a wonderful company with a fair price. Whether you're banking on real estate, gold, or stocks, look at the company's growth potential. One last aspect. Focus on a company's value rather than its stock price. In this case, Buffett says, "Price is what you pay, value is what you get." So, source companies with concrete fundamentals, consistent growth history, and long-term competitive advantages. As most of these companies will cost a ton, their value in the long run won't compare. That's how you'll make investments with fewer risks. 3 things to remember. Be greedy when others are fearful. Analyze a company's growth potential. Value is what you get. With time, you'll have tons of money streaming into your savings account while living comfortably. You have one stream of income. Sometimes getting a 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. job isn't the answer to all your financial needs. The paycheck may be too little to live off and save. Well, you may succeed in sparing a few bucks for savings. However, what if you chose to have additional income sources? Maybe getting a part-time job or starting a small business? Truth be told, more income sources won't make you rich in a day. However, having one stream of income could render you poor in a day. Inflation comes with high layoff rates. Hence, failure to brace yourself for such circumstances could leave you stranded with serious financial arrears. That's where debt and depression kick in. However, because you don't want to go that road, here's how to get some significant capital off your current paycheck. Start with understanding that the purchases you make outside your shopping list are robbing you of the financial freedom you work so hard for. Warren Buffett, the 6th richest person in the world, would afford a $1 million home without straining. But would you believe he has stayed in his $31,500 house in Omaha since the late 1950s? Frugal as it may sound, this kind of lifestyle paved the way for several multi-million investments. Secondly, use your skills to expand your abilities. If you have a flair for an instrument, for instance, you might learn it faster than someone doing it for a routine. After a few months, you'll have gained the right amount of knowledge to teach beginner children after school. Thirdly, develop a network. The best way to get started is to surround yourself with the right bunch of people. This could help you land a part-time job, get more clients for your business, or diversify your skills. Remember, the fewer the streams of income, the closer you are to poverty. Likewise, more streams of income allow you to save tons of money while shielding you from financial risks. I know you're now unveiling the real enemy of your success, aren't you? Please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to receive notifications every time we post a new video. Okay, enough of talking. Let's get back to it. You're living off of debts. The world is now so much in love with credit cards that its negative implications on one's financial progress appear subtle. Besides, borrowed money is sweet.
My general advice to people, we have an interest in credit cards, but people, I think people should avoid using credit cards
until you have to repay it. Credit cards come with more than 10% interest rates in this case. Buying $1,000 worth of furniture using your credit card will chop down more than $100 from your paycheck for interest only. The more credit card purchases you make, the more interest you'll have to pay, and hence, less money to save. Warren Buffett believes you cannot have a successful financial plan if your habits keep taking you out of the game. The 94-year-old investor says one of these habits is having credit card debt. You're probably thinking of what to do with your 6 credit cards, right? While repaying them may take time, it is straightforward. Start by clearing the highest credit card debt and down to the lowest. As you may not clear the whole debt in a month, Designate a specific amount for that purpose. Once you're able to clear all the debt, you can have a friendly amount going to your savings account regularly. Getting into debt is like getting into a trap that's always hard to escape. Round up. Prioritize saving over spending. I know you're saying you would have already started saving had you known the above tips earlier on, right? But let's wrap it up. Saving during inflation can only be workable if you work on your mindset, discipline, and intent. You will need to sit yourself down and set reasonable saving goals. Make a point of questioning all your spending habits and whether you have a solid reason for making a purchase. Sometimes we all want to let loose and spoil ourselves after a month of working hard. You deserve that, right? While there's nothing wrong with that, here's the catch. You'll overspend and have little to no money channeled to your savings account. Instead, save first, then spend later. Mind you, saving first doesn't mean you can't enjoy your hard-earned money. Instead, it gives you sobriety in planning and spending. Warren Buffett once said, "The biggest mistake is not learning the habit of saving properly." Also, remember, small habits can cripple your saving efforts. We're talking about not fighting your cravings or the compulsion to buy something. If you can't help with your cravings, consult a nutritionist who will help you create a healthy diet. But if worse comes to worse, consider having a separate account for impromptu buying, even as you work on inculcating discipline. Ensure you leave your savings untouched. To address this, you can sign up for a locked savings account so you can only withdraw when you need to. These are the 5 habits that keep you from saving in 2025. Let me hear your views and suggestions in the comment section. For those seeking to take control of their financial future, platforms like Interactive Brokers can provide access to a wide range of investment opportunities, allowing individuals to participate in the market and potentially build wealth over time. Click the first link in the description to learn more. If this video resonates with you, smash the like button and watch this next one. Be sure to subscribe to keep getting such fantastic content. Also, tap the share